And I got the blues.
Go high. Higher. That was weak.
I figured you could have done it.
If it wasn't really old and not funny, I'd say that was a little pitchy dog, but I'm not going to say that.
Kicks 105.5. Good morning to you. It's 7:49, and in last-minute fashion, Mike Barrett. Good morning, man.
Hey.
No, you had important business to do, and I understand that, brother. I understand that. What do you do when you're not here?
So once a month during the school year, which today was the first meeting, I'm a member of the St. Johnsbury Academy Alumni Council. I'm not really sure what that means, but I love it because they give us great food and we get to talk about the academy for an hour, starting at 7 o'clock.
Talk about students and eat something.
No, we get a nice presentation from Headmaster Levitt, Tom Levitt, and from the student council president.
Tom's
and
a great guy,
alumni.
by the way.
Yeah.
I really like that fella. He's all right.
Yeah. So that, so once a month, either I'm going to be late or I'm going to call you.
That's all right.
And don't hate me for that, because I'm sitting next to people during the meeting texting you, and you're texting expletives back to me saying that I chose them over you.
No, speaking of expletives, this is my favorite story. I have I'm a fruitcake, and frequently I will say to somebody, love you, see you later. And I was talking to your wife the other day about insurance, and I said, all right, Jen, thanks, love you, see you later. And she went, goodbye, Mr. Knight.
It's a reflex.
Oh, my goodness.
By the way, my wife and I celebrated 14 years of marital bliss. Our anniversary was yesterday. So
14 years of
And I remembered this year. Only took 14 years to remember.
So as far as insurance goes, let's focus on
that.
So you go out of town frequently for different things, and I'm assuming that you have taken a vacation. You've gone out of the country. You've been on a cruise or something of the sort.
No, I went to the Outer Banks in North Carolina.
Oh, you've been to like Jamaica.
Oh, I've been to Jamaica. Yeah.
Outer Banks of North Carolina is not out of the country.
It's an island.
Right now, it's like Atlantis, but
I thought you were saying examples. Okay, so lead to your point now. Mon. Come on, Mon.
I have a red stripe and a Marlboro. Shut up. But when you're going on cruises out of the country, things of such, and I'm not talking about medical insurance because that's completely out of the scope of what you're dealing with.
Right.
As far as insurance goes, if incidents occur while you're on vacation on a cruise ship, out of the country, is there any coverage that you provide that would be covered under home or whatever that would cover me in case of an incident? Can you think of anything? Because I got to thinking, if I go on vacation, do I have to have some kind of... Now, I know you've said in the past, like going into Canada, you got to have one of those cool printed out, typed
All it
out
is
pink
just a
slips.
Canadian ID card, which
Right.
is ridiculous because it's just a transcription of what you have on your ID card anyway, but it's yellow and it says Canadian Provincial ID card. But.
So I go to Jamaica, I want to rent a car. Should I call you and say, hey, I'm going to rent a car, or do I just buy the insurance always that's offered to me, or is that a waste of my money?
When you are out of country,
always take the insurance.
you really should take because your coverage territory for your auto insurance
does not include Jamaica?
It does not include Jamaica, man. So when you get that 1979 Datsun in Jamaica, man, you need to get insurance. But so the territory for auto insurance is going to be the United States and Canada, and then you can specifically add coverage for Mexico. That's it. So if you're over in any other country, you need to get the rental insurance at the counter. Do not rely on your auto policy. There's little things you can do that may help you, that may be able to bridge that gap. It's too much work.
I just think it's hilarious. You say that you actually have coverage for going down to Mexico. Living in the Southwest and literally going to like Nogales and Tijuana every weekend for years.
Yeah.
Last thing I would say as an insurance person is, yes, I'll cover you going down to Mexico, especially now. I mean, you're like,
your vehicle
I just
was
parked
stolen
right here and had a taco.
again?
Exactly.
Yeah. So that can happen.
It does happen.
Luckily, our border is the Canadian border. All the cars get stolen up there too. So.
Which is really funny because 5 minutes after they steal your car, they'll come around the corner with a taxi light on it and go, hey, you need a ride? We're like Uber.
With an Uber sticker. Hey, a new Uber rider here. But to what I think you were leading in with, though, when it comes to being on vacation and traveling, if you have a homeowner insurance policy, no matter where you are in the world, there's two things that follow you: your liability and your personal property coverage. So subject to your deductible.
So if I lose my jewelry in Jamaica.
Yeah, if somebody steals your stuff, you would but you got to remember, if you choose a high deductible, if you go, but if you have a $500 or $1,000 deductible and you can probably assume that you've got a couple $1,000s worth of items, you may want to file a claim. You may go, well, it's not worth it. But when it comes to liability, if you become, if your negligence leads to bodily injury or property damage to others other than driving an automobile, your liability from your homeowner would go there as well. That's why it's called worldwide liability.
All right. So if you're going on vacation, make sure you notify your agent that you are. And,
a lot of people are really good about asking questions about that. So, yeah.
That's why I ask.
You're a smart man.
I'm preparing because I think in 10 years I may be able to afford to go out of this country, or I might get deported. I'm not sure.
Magog is a beautiful place. You'll love it.
Mike Barrett Insurance Agency. Good policies every Wednesday at 7:50 or whenever he shows up. No worries, Mon. If you'd like to get a hold of him, you can do so by...
I'm Irie. You can give me a call, 748-5224. Visit us on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury. Online, thebarrettagency.com. Google, Facebook, and YouTube is all Barrett Insurance Agency.
You're Irie. I think they have some meds for that.